What's up, everybody? This is SOS here.
And this is Sly elsewhere.
And in the bunker, we are single. So today we're going to discuss a couple of ideas on getting with some peeps.
Yes, peeps.
In a relationship kind of style on this new episode of The Apocalypse Bros. And we're back, and you heard us right at the beginning of this episode. So obviously, at the end of season 1, on episode 12, if you haven't heard it, go back. We helped a number of people seeking companionship in the post-apocalyptic wasteland discover their true love, or at least as much as we can hope for.
At least try to send them that way.
That's right. That's right. We pushed them in the right direction by
led them to the water of love.
That's right. That's right. And we did that by hosting a kind of game show, very similar to way back in the day. They had that game show that they used to do.
This is the dating game.
The dating game, yes. And so we changed it. We had our own version of it. We had a number of games and activities that we sort of played within the episode. Again, if you have not listened to it, you should totally check it out because it was great.
There were accents.
It was amazing. Or maybe that was the real voices. Who knows?
Well, it was real. I'm saying they had accents.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah. No, you're right. But anyways, it was great. Apparently, a lot of people liked it. The Wasteland kind of blew up a little bit afterwards. Not literally, because it has done that before.
It has done that before.
In a literal sense.
Yeah.
But this time, it blew up with hype on this concept of post-apocalyptic dating. Now, we don't have apps like Tinder, Grindr, anything with an R at the end, but no E.
Or a couple of R's.
Yeah, no Christian Mingle. No
Farmers Only.
No other anything. Insert whatever word and then mingle at the other end.
No
like
agnostics, maybe.
No, if not agnostics. We don't know if agnostics mingle actually exists or not.
Right.
Who knows?
Maybe
it does. Maybe it doesn't.
That's for anyone else to decide.
Exactly.
It's not for us to know.
No, it is not. So we decided we needed to find a way that we could create an apocalyptic dating sort of simulation or something along that line. So we won't have a guest today. We'll have Anthony on with us because we're going to play, or we're going to demonstrate a kind of, I don't know, how would you term it?
I suppose,
a model?
Yeah, it gives you ideas of what to expect out. I mean, Apocalypse is kind of a crazy place, so we're going to give you kind of some ideas of what you can expect out there when you're looking for love. And yeah, kind of just an idea of the best and worst case scenarios, and to remember, this is the apocalypse, so you can't be too picky.
Yes, that's right. So we've called this Apocalypse Duo.
Yes.
This is a new system that we're developing. We're going to put it out there to the whole apocalyptic wasteland, and we're going to let them kind of look through and decide how they want to handle this, or how they want to use this system that we're developing. Again, this is in hopes of helping people find that special somebody that they can spend the post-apocalypse with. So the idea behind Apocalypse Duo is that we're going to offer sort of two positives and a negative for each person. And we're going to just test this on ourselves on whether or not that we would want to date the people suggested to us. So we're going to kind of turn it into a little bit of a game. So again, two positives and a negative for each person. We had to decide. So since there's three of us here, there's myself, there's Sly, and then there's Anthony. He will also be playing along. And again, we're going to have so one person will be deciding who they want to choose to go out with, not of the people at the table, but out of these profiles that we've created.
I would choose Anthony, though, just so you
know. No, I absolutely would, too. No offense. It's not an offense thing. It's just, it is what it is.
I mean, he's the most practical one, most useful out in the world.
That's how you look at it?
Well, I mean, he can open cans with his hands, so.
I can open cans.
Like ones that need, like, can openers. Like sharp edges.
I feel like he couldn't.
I feel like he could.
I feel like he just gnaws on it until he pokes a hole in it with his teeth.
I'll see exactly. No, my teeth stay not broken.
So in this scenario, a positive would be that he opens things with his teeth. A negative might be that he is coated in fur.
Yeah.
And sometimes feces and trash. Nevertheless, I digress. We're going to kick it into the game. Sly, do you want to be our first contestant looking for love in your
would
life.
I ever?
So while Anthony and I are looking through our options for this perfect somebody that we're going to get you hooked up with, do you want to describe a little bit about what you're looking for in the apocalypse when it comes to a significant other? What are some traits that you might be attracted to?
What are some traits I might be attracted to?
That's right.
I guess able to think on their feet. Being able to what's that word? Come up with different solutions to different problems. Creative, I guess, problem solving. Making sure that they can protect themselves, so I always don't have to worry about it. And I guess just overall making sure that they are understanding of what the apocalypse is and what you have to do to survive, and that they will be able to deal with what I have to do to survive. Not too clingy. Can't be clingy.
No, nobody wants clingy. Now, you mentioned somebody that's able to defend you, and as we learned from our finale episode of season 1, Catherine Cowbell, I believe it was, actually said that she found it more unattractive when she's the one protecting you. If she were to be the one protecting,
not necessarily protect, but be able to protect themselves, so that I always wouldn't be having to look out for it. So someone that knows, how to handle weapons.
Sure.
Some sense.
Someone who's able to take care of themselves if you weren't there. Because who would want to lose that special someone just because you were off, like, I don't know, scavenging in a different area or something along that line?
Exactly.
That makes sense. So Anthony and I are over here. We're creating these profiles. Again, 2 positives and a negative. It's pretty simple concept here. We are writing down our results. So these, we're going to come up with names for these lovely ladies. We're both straight men, so just to put that out there for you. We're going to come up with some names for these ladies. We're going to read off these positive and negatives, and then that's where we're going to go. Now, the interesting thing about this kind of system is to keep things random and keep things entertaining for you guys. I will be giving Anthony his negative for the individual that he's trying to set up Sly with, and then Anthony will be giving me a negative. Now, you might be questioning, how's a raccoon going to do that? As we've discussed before, Anthony is not just a regular raccoon. He is a very capable, very intelligent raccoon, and he does, in fact, know how to read, and he does, in fact, know how to write. Although his handwriting is horrible, so I apologize if reading it may be difficult for me, but I will do my best.
Exactly.
So I'll start with mine. So first of all, again, 2 positives and a negative. Here's the 2 positives. First of all, she is completely blind to all of your flaws.
Oh, nice.
Her name is Lauren. And Lauren is completely blind to all your flaws, Sly. She doesn't see any of them. She doesn't see any negative things about you. There might be many, but it's true. She also, as we know, there are a lot of crazy creatures in the apocalypse.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
talked
we
about
did an entire episode on it.
Yep.
And if you have not listened to that episode, I highly recommend that you do that as well.
Check it out.
Goodness, these people are missing, like, all our good episodes.
Yes. For
Which
those
are
that,
all of our episodes,
Yes.
if I'm being completely honest.
every single one.
But, yes, absolutely. Go check out that episode. Episode
Very
7,
good at guessing.
Creatures in the Corona Apocalypse. Make
Creature.
sure to check that out. There's all kinds of interesting things. One creature we didn't talk about that is in existence now in the apocalypse, although it's maybe a little bit creepier looking than we imagined it back in the day.
It shows you how it works.
Unicorn. She owns a unicorn.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, she has it trained, in my presumptions. Now, Anthony is currently writing on a note card. He's handing me this note card. This is the negative. Oh. Now, that's a doozy. But you know what? Don't let this throw off the potential for a first date. Sly, I really think that you'll like Lauren.
Okay.
The one negative side is that she's dead.
Oh.
But you know what? There's a lot of people in the post-apocalyptic world that are dead. So, it's not that big of a deal, right?
Right. I mean, I've dated worse. Ah.
I've dated people that were alive, and they had as much
Exactly.
personality as someone that was dead.
Now, if she owns this unicorn and tames it, how does that work if she's dead?
Maybe
living
she.
dead? She's
Maybe it's like a dog where they're like really loyal, and then like even after you
Just hang
die,
out with
they'll
the
still.
corpse.
Yeah, that's probably the situation.
Well, I suppose she
It
died.
makes it almost a little more
and
depressing.
she's not gonna come back as a corona
Ooh, yeah. Let's hope not.
Yeah, I mean, if she comes,
I'm gonna assume by the fact that she's dead, it means that
yeah,
she's just
dead.
she's
So I mean,
just
if that's
dead.
the case, and she doesn't come back like that, then I guess I guess it's not too bad. Got the unicorn going for me.
Yeah. I mean,
And
yeah.
I mean,
At the very least, you have a unicorn with no strings
And
attached.
if we're actually dating and stuff, I guess.
Maybe
and
you're
I get the
dating. Maybe
unicorn.
Lauren is the unicorn. No, that doesn't make any
Ooh,
sense. I don't
maybe
know.
she infused her soul with the unicorn.
There you
Her
go.
body's dead.
So she's the
So,
body's dead, but
that's
she's
a win.
There you go. All right. So Anthony, now because Anthony, unfortunately, although he does know how to write and read, he doesn't speak English.
We have
speaks
learned
raccoon.
to understand what he says. but
Yes. So
you-
I'm gonna
yeah.
actually read off what Anthony has offered up. He said that her name is Kendra. I cannot read. I can only kind of like make out that it's Kendra, but it's a bunch of letters that probably should not be in the word Kendra. But that's what we're gonna go with. She's really into wine, and I know that you two are also into alcoholic drinks. You always have something on hand, the moonshine, like we talked about last
Right.
episode. Another reference to an episode you should be checking out,
So many.
where we discussed how to make alcohol in the apocalypse. I digress. She's really into wine. And on top of it, and I personally think that this is impossible because it's actually me that is the funniest person in the world.
Oh.
But supposedly,
So she's up there.
Kendra is the funniest person
Right.
in the world.
So at least she's maybe second.
She's definitely a close second. Anthony's giving me this like side eye, like I'm an idiot or something. I don't know.
He apparently hasn't come to your stand-up.
Now,
Local stand-up
That's
bar.
right. Now, of course, every two positives has to have a negative to it, and the negative that I've come up with for Kendra is that her hair is transplanted from cadaver butts.
Oh, butts.
Butts. Straight. That can't be very long.
I wouldn't think so.
I mean, when was the last time anyone had long
I think I'm pretty short.
butt hair? So, anyways, there's your two ladies to choose from. You have Kendra, who has hair transplanted from a cadaver butt, but she's also really into wine. She's the funniest person in the world. And then you also have Lauren. She owns a unicorn. She's completely blind to all your flaws. She's also dead. Unfortunately. I feel like that's cheating, Anthony, to
Dead.
say that she's dead.
Dead unicorn.
You're gonna take the dead unicorn,
Yeah,
Lauren?
I think that's gonna. I think it's
Yes.
better.
That's like a point for me.
'Cause, like, she's dead, but like the cadaver butt like comes from dead butts.
Ooh, that's true.
So like I couldn't go. I would be like.
Would
staring
you
at her
rather
head,
have a
like,
singular
butt.
dead butt or the hair from several dead
A
butts?
singular dead butt.
There you go. There you go.
Less dead butts to worry about.
That's right. We don't need all those dead
No,
butts.
that's dead butts.
All right. You are up next, Sly. You got to make some ladies for me
All
this
right.
time, and Anthony is also going to make a lady as
Me and
well.
Anthony. Yo, Anthony.
Anthony.
Okay. So the first one, my choice for you. She never farts, never pass
Ooh.
gases, never toots,
Okay.
never flatulates, all that stuff.
I like
never,
that.
Never farts.
I'm not a huge fan of the gastric response.
Right.
So.
Well, especially when you live in a. Now, hopefully, she does like other places, because otherwise she might be really blocked up, and that might be an issue.
Ooh, that's
But
true.
hopefully, it's never ever around you, and you never hear it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing. That's
She's
good,
still
so.
like a living person
Right.
that has to do what
Yeah,
she's
it's
got to
like,
do.
like mine. Well, after the initial after she died, she would have farted because of the body response. Usually,
Yeah.
But then after that, she wouldn't fart because she's dead. So
Yeah.
anyway, I digress.
It's a necessity.
So she never farts, which is great, especially living in a bunker.
Mhm,
Trying to get that smell is tough sometimes. And also the smell of it, depending how bad it is, can also attract your roamers. So, but she also loves you unconditionally.
That's a lot.
So it's kind of like the
With
no
no
flaws thing.
condition? Is that what you're telling me
No
right
condition, no conditioner,
now? Oh.
no conditioning, like Pavlov's dog, except without the conditioning. Anyway, so those are the good ones. You ready for the not so good one?
I don't have a choice.
All right, we're good.
That's how our system works.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's going to be a
So
negative.
the bad one here is that she literally never stops talking. So I guess the question is, would you be able to love her unconditionally?
I definitely couldn't see her being on our podcast, that's for sure.
That's true. Yeah.
With something like that, I mean, we would never get a word in edgewise.
Maybe we could give her own fake microphone.
Yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't hook it up, though. I feel like she'd find out and she'd be really mad at me after that point. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. What's her name?
Oh, her name is what do I have here? Let me see. Karen.
Oh. Well, that's kind of a strike
with a
against
C.
her. Oh, okay. Well, then it's
CH.
fine.
Karen.
Charon. Her name is. Let's go with Charon. that seems safer. Okay. All right. That's pretty good. What does Anthony have?
Anthony has got. Wow, he has got. Well, the good. This is one of those. The good is good, and the bad is
very bad.
Very bad.
Oh boy.
So their kisses cure cancer.
Dang.
Right.
She has superpowers.
So their kisses cure cancer.
I have heard about some superpowered beings in the Corona apocalypse.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
we might actually have to have an episode about that.
It's like Sleeping Beauty. His kiss woke up, and that kiss is gonna get rid of your cancer. Same thing. You will never gain weight while you date them.
Ooh.
So you can eat pizza and ice cream and drink fruity stuff and never have to worry about gaining weight.
Okay.
Don't have to work out. Just sit behind a microphone, chomp, chomp, chomp. Never have to gain weight. So that's the second positive.
Now, Anthony, I will say, as a strike against you for your person, I mean, we're living in the Corona apocalypse. I mean, for goodness sakes. We barely have food as it is. I'm not really all that worried about gaining weight, but I'll keep her in mind.
Now, if you have a very fruitful harvest, then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
If you do have to store up the extra fat that you can't, I guess. So who knows? Bad, good? You tell me.
True.
The bad is she's a Civil War reenactor, specifically for the South.
Okay. Oh. Well, here's the thing. As far as bad goes, someone's got to do it. Otherwise, you're not reenacting the Civil War. You're just running around as a bunch of not South. You're running around as the North.
Right, and this is the pre-apocalypse Civil War, not the Civil War that we kind of had when the apocalypse happened and
True.
we went through that time. Which
Between
we haven't talked
just
yet,
everybody, but yeah, we'll have to get to that one. It's still a touchy subject, which is why we haven't addressed it yet.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people still have some pretty strong feelings, and we're not trying to lose our audience by any means.
Exactly.
So, shoot. To be honest, as far as negatives go, that one's actually not that bad. What was the negative for? Oh, and what was her name? Anthony's choice.
So the first one was Karen. Anthony's choice was Anthony. Did you hear that? Anthony, write the name down. Anthony, right there you go. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be anything fancy, buddy.
He wrote it in a circle. You ever seen this? Like they write I think, is he hypnotizing me to give him more food?
It's possible.
All right.
Might
Anyway,
be elvish.
that one's name is Shania.
Shania.
Like Shania Twain from the old. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Sure.
I see. Wow. Big fan of Shania Twain. He was actually big collection, record collection. I think it is.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. No. What was the negative on Karen, aka Charon?
Sharon.
Other than her
literally
name?
never stops talking.
Oh shoot, that's right.
Literally.
You know what? Here's the thing. As somebody that does a podcast and also likes to talk,
Right.
hence the podcast.
Yes, that would be you.
I gotta say, I'm kind of leaning towards Shania.
Shania.
Because to be completely honest with you, I don't see that much of an issue in being a Civil War reenactor, even if it's for the South.
What if I told you that it's also with a CH? Shania with a CH. Shania.
Doesn't change anything for me.
Okay.
I think I can live with that. So I guess, all right, okay. So we chose Shania, or I chose Shania. Now you and I need to come up with one for Anthony. Anthony's going to be our bachelor here.
It's going to be hard to find something that's bad for him, I think.
Yeah, I feel like he'll pretty much go for whatever. Ooh.
Okay. So I'll read, I guess, mine first.
Yeah, go for it.
So she is
What's
generous. Her name? Her name is not with a CH this time. Can you believe that? Her name is Emily.
Okay, all right. Emily, not with a CH.
Not with a CH. Although it might be in the middle name. I'm not sure. So Emily is generous.
Well, that's nice.
That is nice. She's generous. She's also a famous artist.
Oh.
Which are kind of very well known throughout the apocalypse.
That's
you see
true.
the artwork, very distinct things.
It's one of those things where, it's the end of the world, a lot of society, everything that we remembered is gone. We just want something to appreciate.
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of people understand that. You know, we've gone back to theater production,
Yep.
like on stage.
You know, talk about it. We got the traveling theater. We talked about that a little bit. So,
Gladiators. We went way back. That's ancient times right there.
so famous artist, generous, but writes erotic lassie fan fiction.
Oh, so is that her artistry? Like, yeah, she's a great artist. She's
That
great
might
at
be it,
writing
yeah.
erotic Lassie fanfiction.
Yeah. So
Now, Lassie's the dog.
right, Timmy stuck in the well,
Now-
dog.
Yeah. Now,
Lassie, go get help.
if I'm correct,
Lassie,
raccoons are
go
not
get
super
help.
into dogs, are they?
No,
I wouldn't think so.
not a huge fan of dogs.
No, that's awkward. That's awkward. Okay. Well, mine is named. It's Kayla, but it's with a CH.
Oh,
so it's
Chayla.
actually Chayla.
Chayla.
That's right. It's Chayla. Now Chayla has an 8-pack.
Wow,
Yeah, she's ripped.
it's terrifying.
You don't want to mess with Chayla. She'll knock you around. And I know that Anthony's a fan of strong women.
Right. Well, he likes the one with abs because when it's laundry day, he just uses the abs literally
like a-
washboard.
Yeah, as a washboard.
Literally,
I've never seen him do that.
he's told
you
me
seen
about
him
it.
do that?
He's told me about it. I haven't
Wow.
seen it, but he's told me about it.
I mean, he is resourceful. I'll give him
Yes,
that.
it's
How does he get permission from people?
I don't know.
Does
I don't
it
know
have
if
to
he
be an
does.
8-pack or could it be a 6-pack
8-packs work better, but
True.
6-packs will do in a pinch.
in a pinch?
That's why he only does laundry like once a year.
What about for the majority of us that might just have a 1-pack?
Scrub hard?
Yeah, gotcha. It's just not getting it. Okay, so Chayla, she has an 8-pack. She also believes, and this is in reference to you, Anthony. She believes you are the most attractive raccoon she's ever seen.
Aw,
You're just that hot raccoon.
hot raccoon
guy.
Hot Anthony.
That's right. He might as well have an 8-pack. She's into it. The only negative side is that she immediately tries to kill you with a fork. Is the thing.
Well,
So, if you're not,
Could be
I mean, and it's immediately, which means like the first time you guys go out, you know, she comes at you with a fork, you dodge, everybody laughs, it's all in good fun, right?
Yep.
You know, no big deal. no
doesn't
big
say
deal.
she continuously tries to. It doesn't
Yeah.
say that she does kill you. Just
Just that first time around. So, Anthony, I need you to make a decision on which of these lovely ladies, either Chayla or Emily, that you personally would like to go out with. I see. Okay. Well, he's pointing over at you, Sly. So I'm assuming that means that he's choosing Emily in this case.
sounds right.
So I guess
Without a CH.
that's right. Just Emily. So, not that we were really keeping score, but that honestly gave us each a point, so it really doesn't matter. But as you can see, this is kind of the system that we have set up for this Apocalypse duo. Anyone can do it. The idea behind it is that you would post or, you know, even mail to nearby towns. You could send in
Exactly.
a letter or something to go up on the community
Yep.
board and say, "Hi, I'm so-and-so. I'm this age. These are some things I do. These are some hobbies and such. Here's 2 positives and a negative about me."
Yeah.
Okay, and then everybody else is going to do that.
I
So-
like to wear nice shoes. I like to find good food, but I also like to steal people's underwear from out on the line.
like all kinds of music. Is that a good thing?
Yes.
I feel like that's questionable.
Well, because I think it's good because if they like all kinds of music, that means that they won't be picky for what you play.
That's true. And also, you'd be able to take, like, you could get them concert tickets for anything.
Exactly.
And then it's like they're never going to be
Win-win.
disappointed.
You know,
I grow my own vegetables,
which is very handy in the apocalypse, especially.
but my body type would be described as dumpster.
So, which Anthony would not be opposed to that.
That's true. That was Anthony's, like,
Anthony sounds
good card right
delicious.
there.
Yeah, that was Anthony. Anthony doesn't understand.
Hey, here's another one. Talks dirty to all their food. Anthony does too.
There was one.
Is always covered in ants. Anthony is always covered in ants. What's
No,
going
no.
on here?
I did have the one that said really jealous of your pet.
Oh,
So that might be.
does
tricky.
Anthony have a pet?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Anthony. I don't know. I think the word pet is offensive to him.
Oh,
Saying
gotcha.
to your pet. So
That
I
makes
think
sense.
that gives him PTSD
Oh.
when you talk to him like that. So
Fair enough. So yeah, the idea is that all across the wasteland, if you're somebody that's looking for somebody, this is the way to do it. This is the new version of all those dating apps that we used to have back in the day.
Now, if you want to as well to try to sneak in your bad in there, I always learned from people that back in the day, leaders, they would always say that you want to, in order to kind of build someone up with criticism and stuff, you'd kind of always do bad, good, bad. So if you want to talk about, a good about yourself, the really bad thing about yourself, and then the good thing, so it ends kind of on a good thing, then maybe,
it's like a good sandwich.
Exactly,
with the bad in the middle.
Bad in the middle. It's like, oh, this isn't great, but
like, hey, these two buns are really nice. The meat was well done, and I'm not a huge fan of that, but
these brioche buns are quite delicious.
That's right. Now, we also ask that you don't do an interview style, where you sort of turn your bad into a good, like, oh, I'm just really dedicated to my job to the point where, I sometimes will get too much overtime.
I work too hard.
I
care too much.
Or, shoot, what's a good one that I have used in the past before? I probably shouldn't say that. Or another good one.
Sometimes I'm just too hard on myself. I'm my biggest critic.
I was going to say, give myself negative criticism to work off of.
Yeah, right, yeah. So
something...
You have to be straight up bold with your bad. Be like,
I got hairy pits.
Right.
Like, really hairy.
Like
unnaturally hairy.
It sticks through my cotton shirts.
Yeah.
Hairy. Like
I don't have hair on there. It's like pins.
Right, like comes down, yeah.
Like porcupine pins.
Because of the incident.
The incident. Be vague. Be a little vague in some of it. You got to lead somebody in. You got to make them curious. They want to come sit down with you and talk and find out what was that event.
Exactly. And that's the thing. They don't want to know everything about you, but they don't. But if you're honest with someone and tell them the bad thing about you, something that's like one of the worst things about you, they're gonna be like, "Huh, it's pretty interesting. Let's get to know this person."
Now,
because we all got our bad sides.
That's true. We all do. We got something. We all got something that's gonna bug other people, and we might not look at it that way. We might be like, "Oh, I'm so cool." I often don't wash my hands after going to the bathroom because I'm just efficient and fast, and I got to get back to work. And it's like,
you're sterile.
But everybody else is like, dude, that's gross. And you're like, is it though?
Is it that bad?
And they're like, yeah, no, it really is. Get back in there and go wash your hands.
When you work in food prep.
That's right. That's right. Side note, wash your hands.
Looking at you, Steve, from the farmer's market.
You're disgusting, man. I'm not going to your stall anymore because we know about that.
Yeah, stop touching the watermelon, bro.
That's disgusting. So, another thing, obviously, we ask that you don't catfish for any purpose, whether it be to trick somebody into liking you before they've met you. That never works out. Stop doing it.
It doesn't,
they're going to get there. They're going to find out eventually that bad thing that you were trying to like, oh, maybe I'll give them something that's not that bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes I skip a bath.
Right. And you find out,
I don't take my weekly bath. I'll go an extra week without one.
Instead of like your actual bath, it's like, oh no, they're like serial killers.
Yeah.
Oh, well, didn't mention that in your ad.
Yeah, exactly. Mention like the bad thing, And like, we've all got pasts and things like that. You don't have to mention that one like really bad thing that you did one time, but like mention that one flaw. Like, I'm a serial killer. Sometimes I kill people. People need to know that thing.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Let them decide.
Maybe you'll find another person out there in the wasteland that says, hey, what a coincidence. I'm also a serial killer, and I was going to put that as the negative on my ad.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, see?
And then it's like, perfect match.
No.
It's probably a bad thing, actually.
Well,
I feel like you put two serial killers together, they're just going to go on a spree. It's
probably
going to be a mess.
It's possible. But, hey,
but whatever the case, also, if you're out there, you're probably a raider or something. Don't be putting fake information down that you're some lovely lady with all these great traits and all this other business just to lure people into a situation where you can attack them and steal their stuff.
That's not helpful.
That's not cool. You're ruining our system.
Yeah, don't ruin the system.
Don't ruin apocalypse duos.
Raid appropriately.
Yes, please. I mean, we're not discouraging it, for goodness sakes. The sanitation union definitely discourages it, but we're not.
We're not. Or whatever you gotta do, you gotta do. But just don't
drink and raid.
Don't drink and raid. Exactly. Raid responsibly.
So yeah, absolutely, and date responsibly.
Eat responsibly.
Wash your hands responsibly.
Yes. Be responsible out there.
Apocalypse responsibly.
That's our tip of the day.
That's right.
Anything you do, do it responsibly, and you'll be okay.
For the love of God, do it responsibly. So, anyways, take this system. Again, 2 positives and a negative. We want to see these flyers everywhere. If you're a capable artist, draw a picture of yourself. If there's a capable artist near you, have them do it.
Don't use a caricature.
Yeah,
artist.
that's a bad idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for goodness sakes, a stick figure would be safer than
Exactly. Yeah.
having a caricature done. I mean, I guess if that's all you can do, but be like subtle,
Yeah. Try to be a little bit
not as caricature-esque.
right. A little less big.
That's right. That's right. Just because in a world of the apocalypse, there is a high chance that a person might actually look like one of those caricatures.
Someone stood out in the radiation too long.
Exactly.
Acid rain got to them.
Just any number of things.
Yeah.
They're just swollen from getting stung by super bees.
Exactly.
I know I would be. No, I'd just be dead.
Yeah.
In all honesty.
That reaction of yours.
That's right. So yeah, avoid the caricature just because people are gonna look at that and be like, oh, that's literally what they look like. So just a warning. Again, these are just tips. This isn't a perfect system. Neither was all the other dating apps before the pre-apocalypse. It is what it is. It's a flawed system. Love is a flawed system.
Exactly.
You're dealing with people. It's always a flawed system.
Yeah. Nothing perfect.
That's right. So keep that in mind. Enjoy yourselves. Date responsibly. All the other things responsibly. Enjoy the Apocalypse Duo system. Again, we want to see flyers everywhere of everybody that's interested, looking for somebody. And, maybe we'll pick up some flyers. Maybe you'll hear from us. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's bound possible.
You guys have a great day out there in the wasteland. We hope that you guys enjoyed this episode of
The Apocalypse Bros.